Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yah, through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother, UncleK, and we're back with another one. I hope you're having a Baruch day, and I hope right now you have a sound mind and a sound heart. Now, before we get into the content, like the content, share the content, and comment down below. And if you're not a supporter, become a supporter right now. I just advise you to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. So let's get into it. A masculine man, he has high standards. And we're not talking about the masculinity that's presented in this worldly system that's promoted by the adversary to go against the laws and the statutes of the Most High. Right, to have multiple strange women, to chase after the accolades of the world and materialistic things. We're not talking about that masculinity. We're talking about the masculinity of the Most High Yah. And that right there, that's already a high standard. You have the chief, cornerstone, the high priest, Yahushua HaMashiach as your head. So that's going to lead you to masculinity. That's going to lead you straight to the Father. And the Most High, He has standards for us, which is His laws, His statutes, and His commandments. Right? His ways. Right? And that's a standard itself to follow. That's a high standard. If it came from the Most High, that's a high standard. Because He's in the Shamayim of Shamayims, and we're on earth. And He gives us an extremely high standard to live by. And we live and by it. Right? To the best of our abilities, we fight. We're working on ourselves. Right? We getting our etiquette on point. Right? Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Right? Now, when others in this world sees you, and you're moving with this kind of masculinity, you present yourself different than those that's in the world. Right? You're not an actor. You're not putting on a front. Right? Some people may say that you're acting too perfect. But we know that we are supposed to be perfect, for the Father is perfect. Right? Others will look at you in a certain sense because you're not looking to your left, looking to your right. You're not even worried about your left and worried about your right. You're not worried about the strange activities. You're not worried about the strange man, right? The feminine man. You're not worried about him. You're not worried about the strange woman that's ordaining herself as a harlot. You're not worried about her. But they get worried about you. They worried about you. Right? In that same breath, you know, these women that ordain themselves as harlots, they present themselves in a certain type of way where they look like they got an attitude, right? Because whoredom is going to make you look dark, either way you put it. Right, so they look like they just mad and mean all over the place. They walking all extra. You know, acting like they mad at everybody. All high and mighty, full of pride. But yet, they still come out so everyone could look at them. Right? And it's the same thing that goes on with man too. Man that puts on a worldly way of masculinity, he comes out and ordains himself in a certain kind of way so he could be deemed flashy and deemed hip and cool and fresh and fly or whatnot, you know. And when you present yourself you shine much brighter, right? Because not everyone in this world wakes up and put on the garments of the Most High. So if you have the garments on, that means anything you put on looks good, right? You're made in the image of the Most High, right? And you don't do things unto man, so, you look different. When you got that armor on, when you got them garments on, man, you just shine a little different, man. Shine a little different. For real. We just got high standards. That's why even if others or women may be looking at you in some kind of sense, looking like they're trying to give you an advancement, and you don't take that advancement, it's simply because you have standards for yourself. It's like when these fellas out here, when these men out here try to bait you into, look like, they tactics, they feminine tactics. They want to make eye contact with you. They want to keep looking over their shoulders like, they just want some type of confrontation, because they didn't get it, with their little lady that they in a situation with. So they try and get it with a dude or whatnot. You don't pay no mind. You just keep it pressing, right? Because when you're doing right, when you're not doing wicked, when you with the Most High, no wickedness could touch you. And when you got your strength and someone makes eye contact with you, it's an automatic, right? It's an automatic shutdown, right? When another man tries to test you, it's an automatic shutdown. And when these women try to give you all these advances, when you may be in tight spaces, when you might be at the grocery store, when you might be in the gym, right? Or you may be at work, and they constantly give you these advances. It's like you're not paying no mind. They turn around, they licking their lips, they doing all this extra stuff, and you're not even budgeting really. You're not even pulling your phone out your bag or whatever you got, right? You just standing firm like, am I supposed to twitch? Am I supposed to glitch? Because it look like you glitching. Right? We just got some standards about ourselves, man, that have us walking properly. That's why the Most High gave us his commandments, so we can walk properly, so we can walk in a way that's going to protect us. That's why the Most High doesn't want us to be out here doing unclean things, right? He doesn't want us to be out here committing abominations, right? He wants us to serve him so we could be moving perfect, right? It's a good thing when others think that you being perfect, because if you after the Father, then guess what? That's a compliment, because you are striving for perfection. And when you walk with the Father, your standards only get higher and higher and higher, right? Because when you're consistent with the Father, it's like you're not gonna put up with nonsense. You're not gonna entertain nonsense, right? It's more so you become very mature when you're with the Father, right? By you being his child, your Father gives you the proper tools. He gives you the something that you need to be established on, right? He gives you the whole blueprint, right? He puts you up on that game, right? And he has you walking just like him. That's why it's so important for us to have masculine men in our lives, right? And that's why the Most High, he's our Father, right? Who's in heaven, right? Who's in the Shamayim, right? He's way beyond an earthly father. And that's why an earthly father has a role, right? To raise their offspring, to let them know that they have the same Father, right? Isn't that beautiful, right? When you spend time with the Father, he just keep putting you on game. He gets you more maturity. He has you walking in his ways, his conduct, right? Loving our neighbor, right? Showcasing love, right? But being extremely vigilant with what it is that you're doing and where you're going, right? We supposed to make this light shine bright. You're supposed to. Supposed to make them go blind. For real. Because you can't walk with someone, you can't walk equally yoked with someone that's not yoked, right, with the Most High. You can't walk with someone like that. That's why you walk in such a manner, right, that when you walk past groups that's confusing, that's trying to lead people to Sheol, it's the reason why they can never like get into your space, right? Y'all know, like y'all may be breezing through, an environment, just going to your destination, and y'all can see like a group of harlots, like maybe a 3-piece or a 4-piece. They always got to be in big groups, and how you walk past them, and it's like, they shut down a little bit, like they get a little like smaller than they think they really are, right? And it's the same thing when you walk past these dudes that be trying to act like hoodlums. When these dudes that be trying to act, like they're about that life. They be in groups too. When they by themselves, they got their heads down. But these guys out here that be trying to, always think about bloodshed and what they could do to someone. When they in groups and you walking by yourself, it's like you shut them down too. They be looking real insecure. They be having their head downs too. They looking real timid. And it's all because you got high standards. It's all because you protected by the Most High Yah and you follow those laws, those statutes, and those commandments. That's why we're not supposed to disobey the Most High. When the Most High tell us to do something, we're supposed to do it. Right? Look at Saul. Right? Look at Saul, man. When they were going to war, the Most High told Saul to, slay everybody in that village. Don't take nothing, right? Don't say the women, the men, the children, nothing. Don't eat their food, nothing. They did? They went in there, did a little something and then brought back all their goods. After a while, the Most High stripped him of his position. And he already anointed David already. So Saul was just losing his power. Every time they went to war, they got slain. Because Yah wasn't with him. You disobey him, that's disrespect. You don't disrespect the Father. Right? That's why we got high morals, man. We got a high standard to live by. Right? So I hope this was of some edification. Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yah, through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother, UncleK, and we're back with another one. I appreciate y'all for tapping into another one. Like, share, comment down below. And if you're not a supporter, become a supporter right now. I just advise you to tell a friend, tell a friend, and continue to have a Baruch day, and keep a sound mind and a sound heart. And I'll see you soon, most I willing. But for now, peace.